Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome to the second episode on the special edition sets by Caran. This is a mini series of 5 episodes, and in each episode we're gonna look at one particular special edition set. In today's episode we're looking at the portrait set of 10 colors, and what we are gonna do first is to swatch the colors, visualize them on the palette tool, on my online palette tool, and then we're gonna give the set a score to see how much potential superposition there is with the other standard sets. And then we are going to look at the 3 most similar colors to each of the special edition colors, the most similar colors within the standard range of 84 colors. So let's get started. So let's have a look at the results of the swatch. In general, the colors here, the first 5 colors, white, light peony yellow, conch pearl, they almost vanished when wetted. The salmon is a bit more intense, the light wine lees also fades a little bit. While the wetted ones on the right side, I find them much more interesting, especially the crimson alizarin. When wetted, it becomes more reddish, almost like color of blood. Very interesting color when wetted. And I find also the aubergine quite interesting. Now, a small remark about the lightfastness ratings. White has 3 stars. Light peony yellow also 3 stars. Conch pearl 3 stars. Salmon 3 stars. Light wine lees 3 stars. Alizarin crimson also 3 stars. Russet 1 star. Burnt sienna 3 stars. Let's have it here. Vandyke brown 2 stars and aubergine 3 stars. The lightfastness rating is determined according to the blue wool scale, and 3 stars means excellent, 2 stars very good, 1 star good. And you see in this set almost all colors have 3 stars with the exception of Vandyke brown and russet. Now let's have a look at the potential superposition with other sets. And if you remember last video, I was trying to give a score to each of the sets to quantify like the potential superposition, and the pop set had a score of 18. The score, we give it by counting the number of dots that are filled in this chart. And you see white is in all sets. Then we have salmon and burnt sienna that are in the 30 set and upwards, 40 and 84, and the other colors, the other like normal colors, are only in the 84 sets. So to give it the score, we have 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's already a bit lower than the pop set, meaning less potential superposition. And now we go over to the swatches, where we have the 3 most similar normal colors for each special edition color. And so the one with the most similarities, of course, conch pearl. Conch pearl, you see the delta A, so the distance in the LAB space between conch pearl and desert rose is only 6.3. And Then the next ones are very, very, very different. I just wanted to show you that here the difference between conch pearl and the second closest one, which is Sahara yellow, jumps up to 24, and for apricot it jumps up all the way to 25.9. So it's really a big difference. And let's have a look at them also when they are wetted. We have already done this in the last video, but so you see desert rose is a bit more intense than conch pearl. Sahara yellow, the hue is totally different, and apricot, the hue is similar, it's kind of more saturated, and you see it's much more saturated and intense. Then the second one is the light wine lees, and the first closest one is salmon at 14.9 difference. Then the second closest one is raw sienna at 17.7. So you see it's not so much more different than salmon, much more distance than salmon from light wine lees. And then we have bronze at the third place. The distance is 17.9. So they're like close runners up. Let's see when we wet them how the comparison evolves. So okay, salmon is much more orangish. Raw sienna, when wetted, it's totally different because this orange component comes out much more, while light wine lees is much like more reddish, almost a little bit violet, I would say, and very unsaturated. And then with bronze, it looks like the hue is quite similar, but bronze is darker. And when you wet bronze, you see it stays like grayish, and it looks, yeah, the metal, you really notice that it's has a metallic component when you wet it, and it's much less like staining than the other two. And then light peony yellow, the difference to pale yellow, the distance is 17.9. Then the second closest is Sahara yellow at 19.2, and then the third closest is white at 27. So the light peony yellow, when it's wet, it almost fades. And I mean, the pale yellow is more intense and a bit darker maybe. But as I told you in the last video, these two, for me, the light peony yellow doesn't bring too much additional benefit in addition to the pale yellow in the palette. Then we have the Sahara yellow, which is a warmer yellow and also darker. And then the white, I tried to wet it, which is white. Okay, here we go. This is everything for today's video about the portrait set. Let me know if you have questions, and thanks for watching until the end, and I'll see you soon in the next video.